Hello, everyone. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our second myViewBoard How-Tos live stream. Today's topic will be about how to use Whiteboard for Windows. So if you're excited to get started, type a 1, 2, 3 in the comments. Speaking of 1, 2, 3, today we're going to be learning how to prepare, present, and participate using Whiteboard for Windows. So first off, how do you prepare a lesson using Whiteboard for Windows? So these are some of the tools that you can use for preparation purposes. The first one, and a really powerful one, is the Windows toggle button. So if you click here, you can use the Whiteboard tools directly on your Windows desktop. So for example, if you have ebooks or different websites that you're used to using for preparation, you have access to all of that using the Windows toggle button. And you can toggle back and forth between the whiteboard and your desktop. And you can annotate directly on your desktop using the whiteboard tools. So let me show you an example of that. Let's say you are a math teacher and you're teaching a lesson about counting money. So you can directly access a website that has these resources. And then you can go here on the side where you'll have your whiteboarding tools. And you can put, for example, you want to put $1.25. And then you can go back to your mouse and you can access the manipulative onto the canvas. And you can even write the answer to show the example for your class. So $1.25. Another really cool feature is you can actually take a screenshot of your desktop and it directly imports onto your whiteboard canvas. So you can use this tool for preparation purposes for a lot of things. This is a very powerful tool. And this is called the Windows toggle button, and you can find it here. Another very powerful tool for lesson preparation is the magic box. And like the name says, it is a very magical box because there's so many different resources inside of it. So for the magic box, you have access to all these different things that you can import directly onto your canvas. For example, presentations, documents, images, audio, and video, and many other things. So for teachers, a lot of times they've spent many years preparing different things like PPTs, Google Docs, Google Slides, PDFs, and a lot of different resources that they've already had a lot of time preparing. And they don't lose out on any of that because they can just directly import it onto our Whiteboard for Windows canvas. And you can do so by using the magic box. So for example, if I go into the magic box and I'd like to import a PDF onto the canvas, I can either access it through the local hard drive, or I can use it, access it through the cloud drives that I've bound to my account. So for this, I'm going to use my cloud drive, and I can just directly drag and drop a PDF file directly onto the canvas. So if I want to talk to students about digital citizenship, I can just drag and drop my PDF file onto the canvas. See, it was really easy. So you can use this for preparation purposes, and it's so useful. Okay, another very useful tool is originals. So for myViewBoard originals, if you want to change the background on your whiteboard canvas, you have a lot of different backgrounds to choose from original content. So if you come here to the left-hand corner on background management, and you come here to the originals, myViewBoard originals, you have so many different backgrounds to choose from that you can use to prepare your lessons. So I'm going to create a new slide. And if, for example, if you are a music teacher, you could use this one or some of these other backgrounds. And there's so many to choose from inside of the myViewBoard originals. And you can even choose by different subjects. So for example, the music teacher example, I can just directly click this background and I can add it to this page. So look how easy that was. So now a music teacher can just directly annotate on top of this background and they can use it for their classes. So this definitely helps with lesson prepping because you have access to so many different backgrounds. And that will be in originals. So another cool tip that I wanted to show you is, you see this icon on the right-hand corner? What I did was I actually created a hyperlink through this button, and I can now hyperlink back to my title page of the different things that we'll be going over today. So the next topic we're going to be talking about is how do you present using Whiteboard for Windows. And if I come here, as you can see, it'll tell you the page, and then you can go directly to that page. So this is also useful for the linking. You can create like a choose your own adventure using that. So that's another way you can add some fun into your presentation. And one of the main tools you'll be using for presentation is, of course, the different pen tools. So let me go over some of that. So there are 7 different pen tools, and I'll just cover some of them. And they're right here on the marker button. So of course, marker is very useful. You can annotate directly on the Whiteboard for Windows canvas, or when you do the Windows toggle button, you can annotate directly on your desktop. And some of the 2 pen tools that people sometimes get confused are the highlighter and the laser pen. So I'm going to show you the difference between the 2. So for the highlighter, if you click here, and when you highlight something, it stays on the canvas until you delete it. Now, if you use the laser pen, when you highlight something else, the first thing disappears. So that's the difference between the highlighter and the laser pen. And another pen tool that I really love is the AI pen. And the reason for that is because I'm not that great at drawing. So this actually gives me an opportunity to use the AI pen feature, and it'll help me figure out what I was trying to draw. For example, I was making an attempt at drawing a butterfly. So you can just directly drag and drop it onto the canvas like so. So these pen tools are very useful during your presentation. There's also the paintbrush, the shape pen, magic pen. Those are other options that you can also use for the pen tools. And oh, I see the comments. Good morning to everyone too. And for the website for the US Build Teaching, I will put it in the comments afterwards. Okay. Another useful tool for presentation is, again, our magic box. So the magic box is really powerful. There's just so many things inside of it that you can use for preparing, presenting, and participating. So for the magic box, you have sticky notes, you have different tools, you can do your cameras, import video content, and even images and widgets. And so now I'm going to use the magic box to showcase what the magic box can do by going to the YouTube section. And I'm going to type in myViewBoard magic box. And as you can see, I can just directly drag and drop it onto the canvas. So, and then I can make it large and show you a little clip about the magic box tools.
Within the magic box, we also have a nice comprehensive set of tools. For example, what we need to do is go to our magic box. Again, look along the top for the icon that denotes tools. Click on that icon and then drag in any of the tools that we wish to import into the canvas. For example, if I wanted a stopwatch, I can simply drag and drop that out onto the canvas and then specify that to the time that I need for this particular element of my lesson or presentation. Alternatively, if we were doing something like maths, we might want to drag in a protractor or ruler or any of the other specified items on there.
See, as you can see, the magic box is really useful for things like video assisted learning. You can just directly drag and drop videos onto the whiteboard. Another useful tool for presentation is the infinite canvas. So for teachers, a lot of times when you're using a whiteboard, you tend to sometimes run out of space. But with our Whiteboard for Windows, that won't be a problem because you have an infinite canvas. So if you click on the hand on the toolbar, you can actually move around the canvas like so, and just keep on going and going and going. And now if you double click on the hand again, you're going to get an infinite canvas overview. So then you can go directly back to where you were before, and you can go navigate to find different things that you've used on the infinite canvas. So these are some really useful tools for presentation purposes. And now we're going to get into some fun of the participation part. So everybody ready to participate? Type a 1-1 if you are. Okay, so for participate, you can get participation with your students by using our myViewBoard companion app as one of the options. So right now, I'm going to give you a bit of time to download it if you haven't already. So if you use the an Apple product, you can scan this QR code and download it directly from the App Store. If you use an Android device, you can scan this QR code and access it from the Google Play Store. You can also just type in directly myViewBoard companion onto whatever app store that you use. So I'm going to utilize the handy magic box and use the timer button. Okay, and I'll give you guys about 30 seconds. So if you haven't already downloaded the myViewBoard companion app, I'll give you the opportunity to do so now so that we can get some participation later on. Okay, so putting the timer, and then I'll do it for about 30 seconds. And while I'm doing that, I'll also show you another way that you can access these QR codes directly in your Whiteboard for Windows. So if you go here in Settings, and you click on it, this little window will pop up. And if you go here to the APP section, you'll find these QR codes again for the Apple Store and the Google Play Store. So in the future, if you want to access it again, it'll be here in Settings, and then APP on the inside of the settings. So that was about 30 seconds. So I hope you guys were able to download the companion app. And now I'm going to show you how you can sign in to the companion app. So for sign in, you're going to first want to select your role. So if you're a teacher, choose teacher. And if it's for your students, tell them to choose the student option. And whichever way that you use to sign in to myviewboard.com, you're going to use the same way to sign in to the companion app. So for example, if you use single sign-on, you would use this option to sign on. If you use an email, like for example, a Yahoo account, then you would use over here to sign in. And for participation purposes, the companion app, you can do throw, pop quiz, and polls. And now we're going to go over each one together. So now we get to the participation part. Okay, so the first one that I'm going to be doing is pop quiz. And for teachers, what you're going to do is inside of the magic box, you'll be able to access these three things. So if I go here into the magic box again, and I go here to the same icon, the pop quiz icon right here. So for the pop quiz feature, you can write a question directly here, or the other option is you can hide this section over here and you can use the canvas to write your question. So I'm going to do that option. And my pop quiz question for you is, what tool did we talk about today where you can import the files onto the whiteboard canvas? You can import many different files onto the whiteboard canvas. Which tool was it? What do you think? So If you're using the companion app, you're going to click on this icon here in the companion app to do the pop quiz. If you don't have the companion app, it's okay, because there's also 2 other options to be able to access the pop quiz. And the first option is you can use the QR code here, and you can scan it either through your phone or tablet, and you'll be able to still be able to participate in the pop quiz. The other option is you can use the link over here, which I will copy and paste in the comment section, so you'll be able to access it directly from your computer. So let me do so now. Copy and paste. Okay, so now I want you to use the pop quiz feature and submit the answer. What do you think, out of the different features that we talked about, which tool can import many different files? Many different files. Which one do you think it is? We covered many different tools. For example, the Windows toggle button, Magic Box, Originals, the different pen features, infinite canvas, so many different tools. So which one of them can import many different files? What do you think? Let's see if you guys are paying attention. Okay, we're getting some responses in. Okay, so now what I can do is if I click on their names, it'll showcase what their answers were. And if I right click on it, it'll be able to zoom in into their answer. Ooh, using Magic Box to import files. Let's see if they're correct. We'll find out. But see, on here, you can actually annotate on what they wrote. So for example, you can write a check or an X, depending on if it's correct or not. And you can go back on this button here. Oh, yay, we're getting more answers in. Okay, let's find out. So now I can flip over them to see what the answers were. So File Manager, Magic Box, lots of Magic Box. And then this one I can't see, myViewBoard. Okay, cool. So these are some of the different answers, myViewBoard. Okay, so let's find out if they were correct. So now I'm going to be using the throw feature. So for the throw feature, students can directly access their phone, their tablet, their computers, and then they can throw pictures onto the canvas. So I'm going to do that now by accessing my companion app on my phone. And I'm going to click on the throw button. And I will throw the answer onto the board. So which tool can import many different files? I'm going to throw it onto the board. My ViewBoard, okay. So if you come here, you can actually see what people threw onto the canvas. Oh, okay. I guess a lot of people threw things onto the canvas also. Okay, so if you right click on these, it will actually, okay, never mind. If you go into the Magic Box, you can also access what people threw. And you go here to the throw button and over here. So this is what I threw onto the canvas before. And now I can just drag and drop it onto the canvas. And so the answer for what can import many different files, Magic Box. So for the people that answered Magic Box, good job. And I guess for the people that answered myViewBoard, technically, I guess Magic Box is part of the myViewBoard software suite. So that might also be a correct answer too. So good job, everyone. So as you can see, that's how you use the pop quiz feature and how you use the throw feature. And now we're going to do a bit of a poll to see what you guys think. So for the poll option, you can do many different things like multiple choice, true or false, free format, and different options. to ask your students. So for that, you would go back into the magic box again, and I'm going to go into the polls. And for this one, today I'm going to be doing a free format option. So if I go to free format, I can type in the question. So which feature was your favorite out of the different ones that we covered today? Which feature was your favorite? So I'm going to put down the countdown time of about 1 minute, and then I'm going to click this button right here. And if I click play, then the poll will start. And for that, you'll be able to access it here in polls on your companion app, or if you use the QR code or website, you'll be able to access the polls. And remember, if you're looking for the host name, it's MVB How To. Okay, ready? Play. So now the question is live, and you can go directly into your companion app, go to the polls feature, and join the session. And then you can answer the question and click throw to submit it. So what do you think? Which feature was your favorite? We covered many different features today. For example, the Windows toggle, magic box, originals, pens, infinite canvas. We also did some hidden tools, for example, the link, where you can do like a choose your own adventure, or you can link back to different things. So which feature out of the ones that we covered today was your favorite? Let's see. 7 seconds. 2, 1, 0. Okay, so if you click over here, you can actually show results. And let's see what people wrote. Magic box, read, and AI pen. Nice. So a lot of people like magic box, it seems, and I can see why. Magic box is really awesome. And also the AI pen and read tools also. Okay. So these are the different participation tools that you can use on the companion app. Now I'm going to give you some extra tips and tricks to help you out. So first off, another useful, very useful tool on the companion app is QR code sign-in. So for QR code sign-in, on the bottom part of your companion app over here, you'll see a QR code button. If you click on that, it'll be a QR code scanner that you can scan for your myViewBoard sign-in. So over here, normally on the right-hand corner, when you first open your Whiteboard for Windows software, when you already downloaded it onto your desktop, there's going to be a sign-in part over there. And if you scan this QR code using the QR code scanner on your companion app, it'll directly sign you in. So this saves so much time, because then you don't have to actually type in your email and your password and then sign on. You can just do a QR code scan sign in. Very, very convenient. And also, if you already put the follow me features on your myviewboard.com account, then all your different features will follow you wherever you go, including your cloud drives. So that makes it super convenient for teachers, because, for example, if they're accessing their IFPs like a ViewBoard, then if you're a teacher that teaches in different classrooms, you can just directly scan using the QR code to sign in, and all of your features will follow you wherever you go. Super, super useful. The next thing is recording lessons. So let's say you're doing live classes, but you have some students that may not be able to join the class. You can actually record your lessons and then send it to them. So to do that, you go here to the screenshot area, and you'll have two options. You can do a screen recorder on this one here, or you can do the audio recorder on there. And if you want to have your face also in your recorded session, you can also do the the camera feature and put the camera onto the canvas. So for example, if you go into the magic box, you can choose the camera, and you can choose the camera that you want to use and put it into the session to be recorded. So that's how you can record lessons using Whiteboard for Windows. And another tip and trick is to save and close files. So for File Manager, if you click here, if you want to save, for example, this file, you would do the Save As if you want to save it for the first time, and it will save as a .vboard file. And if you want to close this .vboard file, but you don't want to close the entire Whiteboard for Windows, what you can do is you can actually create a new slide, and then that will close the old one. But make sure that you save before you do. That is very important. Okay, and the last extra tip and trick for you is our myViewBoard wiki page. So if you ever want to look at the tools more in depth, you can come to our myViewBoard wiki page, and it will go a lot more into detail of the different tools that we have for myViewBoard. I'm going to copy and paste this into the comment section so that you'll be able to access it later. And on top of that, you can also access this myViewBoard wiki page through the embedded browser. So if you go here in the embedded browser, and on the right-hand corner, there is an icon for the myViewBoard wiki page. If you click on here, you're going to have access to the full myViewBoard wiki page. So for the resources of the different details of myviewboard.com, this is your go-to place for all of that. So very, very useful resource. So that was our second live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And remember, we're going to be here every Wednesday and Friday at 10 a.m. I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.